Yolan True and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy, and today I want to talk about my newest toy and what it will bring. But before I talk about my brand new Quv Sompek, I just want to say, if you're not a subscriber of my channel yet but do like my videos, then please do subscribe to my channel, and when you do, also click this little bell and all notifications, so another video comes out or a live stream, then you will get an immediate notification. But now let's have a quick look at the SUV Compact again, Quv Sompek. I'm so bad at Klingon. I made a video on that ship in general, but still let's recap a bit. It's an explorer, which will get to one of my problems later. That means if you know the combat triangle, it's strong against interceptors and not so strong against battleships. And it does have a nice let's say ability when fighting hostiles. The Quv Sompek decreases hostile armor piercing, shield piercing and accuracy by 12% for the first 5 rounds of combat. It's a shame it's only for the 5 rounds, but still it's helpful because you still have to grind so many hostiles. At the moment my Quv Sompek is out in Gorn systems, and so if I can stay longer because of that ability, it's a good one. But of course, she also has 2 more abilities. That's ship cloaking, which I still have to get in the faction store, and relentless assault. I can't get this one for free via the what's called armory, and so I will have to see if I get it in the end or not, because it will be either more expensive or more complicated, and it can be useful, but it's only working against hostiles and armadas, and I got the Quv Sompek rather for all the PvP reasons we have now. I mean, the war room just started again as well, right before the incursion will start on Friday, and so it's necessary to have something to play with, and that's the reason why I got this Quv Sompek now. And here you see it in Gorn space. Of course, everything gets more expensive. As soon as I got to level 56, I needed to pay more in the isometer refinery as well and in other refineries. And then you need to be able to collect more of the material you need, like here, the isometer, the volatile isometer, for example, because I need much more now. And so having a stronger ship is an advantage. But the Quv Sompek has a big disadvantage, and that is the fact that it's an explorer. So I did build it because I could do it sooner, because I was working on the Klingon reputation the whole time. I'm legend now with I'm not legend, I'm icon with the Klingons, and that means I was faster there with the Klingons than with the Federation, and so I could start earlier to get the blueprints for the Quv Sompek, which you get here in the Klingon faction store, not at Legend, not at Icon, but one step earlier, and that is where my Federation is now. It's on Pioneer, and at Pioneer you can get those blueprints in the faction store, and so I started earlier. But the Quv Sompek is kind of an intermediate ship for me, because that's something I didn't want, but well, I could afford it. The Quv Sompek, I have it, and it cost me 3,000 Klingon credits per blueprint, and it's a rare 5-star ship, so you need 350 blueprints. And I could manage that early, so I got it, of course, especially because of the next incursion as well, because I had the chance to do that now before incursion, and so I got it. But the Quv Sompek will not be a ship I will level so quickly. I will not even be able to do that for a longer time. As soon as it needs rare resources, I'm in trouble, because the buildings on the station, and there are a lot of buildings on the station that require gas, and when I want to go on my path to level 61 and over, and I need to go there to make the videos about the new levels for you as well. They didn't exist when I played on the other servers, and of course, as long as I'm not there, I cannot make videos on that. So I will have to go there. Sometimes I have to do things a little bit faster than I recommend for other people, just to be able to make those videos. But then I need strong ships now, and I have to for all the grind I have to do and so on. But I also have to upgrade the buildings very soon again, and that means that I will now work with the Quv Sompek until I've got the Crozier, because that's the typical explorer problem. First of all, I have a lot of explorers I still have to work on that also now require 5-star materials, and a lot of buildings that require gas as well. And so that is the real problem with the Quv Sompek. And so I'm quite sure I can get the USS Crozier as well. I've got a third of the blueprints now, and once I've got that, I will concentrate on the Crozier because of the upgrade materials. I really do like the Quv Sompek. The first parts where I used it were quite nice. If you put a critical crew on it and it gets a lot of critical hits, the numbers of the damage are really nice that this ship does. But the upgrading is really an issue. And so when you go for the 5-star ships, I mean, usually in the end, in high levels, I want to have all of the ships. The Sanctus was out of the question for me because the Romulans are my faction that is still sitting at the 1 billion lock. So I'm quite far away of getting more blueprints for the Sanctus there. So I will have to work with the Crozier in the future once I manage to get that. And to continue with the Klingons, of course, while I'm going up to have a look at the Rotaran then later. There's one thing I can add. I already can get blueprints for the Mauga. That's the next Klingon faction miner, but it's as expensive as the Quv Sompek, so it needs 350 blueprints. Once again, and they also cost 3,000 Klingon credits a piece. So at the moment, I'm not getting it. I will see how long my journey will take to Legend, and how long my journey will take to Shipyard 60 to decide if I do get the Mauga or if I really keep all of this for the Rotaran. Because on these levels, I usually would work it much slower, and that's why I would get all the ships that are in my way now. I know I told you something very different about the 4-star ships, but usually all the material requirements, etc., they really slow you down in the 5-star section and in the 50+ levels. And as I said, I'm only trying to speed up some things sometimes with buying to get to those levels to be able to make videos on certain topics. But I do not recommend speeding through the 50s, to be honest. And I don't recommend you doing that. But as I said, I'm quite happy with the Quv Sompek as a ship. If it were easier to upgrade it, that thing is not that slow, and I don't have a speed crew on it. I have a loot crew on it, and it's doing quite a good job. I will have to level it a bit to be able to cope with a level 55 silent hostiles or silent enemies. They are quite annoying, but as I also still have to do a lot of research still, because I was concentrating on upgrading to Shipyard 56, and now I will do some research again to make my ship stronger, because that's a very important part here as well, not only the upgrading of the ships. But nevertheless, my biggest information here from this video seriously is, think about when you are targeting the Quv Sompek, which is a really nice ship, and I would love to level that, but you really have to think about the materials it needs and the competition it is in with other ships, with building and everything. So that's a point where you need to think about as well, if you can afford to concentrate on the Quv Sompek. And especially in this case, I would really like to have some some information from others that are on higher levels, how they dealt with the situation with the gas requirements and the competition with the Voyager, with other ships, with all the labs on the station. They all require gas, and they are an important part of the next steps of upgrading. And so I'm really interested in your opinions as well, especially so that our friends in the game that are viewing my videos, that still have that all in their future, know what they are navigating to. So please write your opinion in the comments if you made those experiences already. And if you have questions in general or video requests, you know that I regularly read your comments. And if you want to see another video right now, the next one is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.